Ray Concha, C-O-N-C-H-A, and for the convenience of the court and scoring attorneys, my name is Devika OPHS.
Once again, for the convenience of your honor and scoring attorneys, my name is Wendy Shao, and this witness's statement can be found on pages 34 to 37 of the mock trial. Your honor, may I proceed?
You may.
Good evening, Ms. Concha.
Good evening.
Could you please introduce yourself to the court?
Of course. My name is Ray Concha. I'm 18 years old, and I recently graduated from Rosa High School.
Now, Ms. Concha, could you tell the court a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. In 10th grade, I was diagnosed with ADHD, but I had a prescription for Adderall.
And what is your involvement in the case today?
Well, I was wrongfully accused of murdering my best friend, Jason Johnson.
How do you know Jason?
Jason and I became best friends in 6th grade when we were in band class together, and we did everything together, and I really miss him.
What specifically did you and Jason do together?
Well, Jason started a band in high school, and I was the manager. It was called Double Trouble.
Who else was in this band?
There were a few kids, including Alex Weaver.
And what kind of a relationship did Jason have with Alex Weaver?
It was a very unhealthy relationship. I remember one day I walked in, I think it was February 16th or something like that, and I walked in and I saw Alex screaming at Jason, and I tried to stop her, but she grabbed my shoulder and told me to stay out of it.
Objection, hearsay. Your Honor, if I may be heard.
Yes.
This is indeed hearsay, but there is an exception to hearsay under the state of mind of Alex Weaver at that time.
And what was the statement? I'm sorry.
Stay out of it.
I will overrule.
I also recall that Jason had alcohol on his breath that day.
Have you had any other uncomfortable experiences with Alex?
Yeah, objection relevance.
Your Honor, if I may be heard.
Yes.
This witness's testimony will go to show that Alex Weaver, this will go to show bad character evidence of Alex Weaver, which in turn is important to this case because it impacts the credibility of Alex Weaver.
Overrule.
Would you like me to ask a question?
That's fine, go ahead. I remember one day when after taking my dose of Adderall, Alex approached me and demanded that I give her some, which of course I didn't do because that's so irresponsible. But I do remember later that day someone broke into my car and stole a prescription that I had bought.
Now, have you ever had any other Adderall-related incidents with your friends?
Well, unfortunately, I came to find out that that Jason had used Adderall and alcohol at a concert one day and passed out.
And what did you do after Jason told you that?
Well, I told him to lay off the drugs and alcohol because I've learned through my experience as a peer counselor what drugs can do to your body.
Now, directing your attention to the night of February 22nd, where were you that night?
I was volunteering at Achieve, which is in Diamond Heights, and I decided to drop by the A-frame market and pick up some groceries for my mom.
So what did you buy that night at the A-frame market?
I bought some dishwashing
Objection relevance.
Overrule.
Would you like me to repeat the question?
No. I bought some dishwashing liquid and small and large Ziploc baggies that Achieve needed for a takeout day.
Could you tell us some more about Achieve, Ms. Concha?
I would love to. Achieve is this amazing nonprofit organization that I volunteer for, where we help low-income families, make ends meet. And one of the events we have is Takeout Day, where we give small and large baggies of goods.
Now, directing your attention to the night of March 26, 2013, where were you that night?
Well, Double Trouble actually had a gig at 16 Older Club.
Who was there?
Well, Jason and Alex and the rest of the band.
Now, did you shake hands with Jason Johnson that night?
I did not. I saw that he was looking a little pale, except for a supporting hand on his back.
Now, direct your attention to after the gig. What did you do?
Well, I had to give Alex a ride home, and so I drove her home, and I sat in the car when she went to go get her stuff.
And what stuff did she bring onto your car?
She had a blue backpack with her. I never saw if she actually took everything out.
Now, directing your attention to the morning of March 27, 2013, where were you that morning?
Well, Jason approached me in front of my car, and he told me he was cleaning a van. And I smelled alcohol in his breath, and I just knew everything was going wrong for him.
And did you shake hands with Jason at that time?
No, I did not.
Now, what happened afterwards?
Well, in band class, Jason actually collapsed, and I later found out that he died.
Very sorry for your loss, Ms. Concha. And what happened to you after the tragic death of Jason Johnson?
Well, Principal McAllister actually got me out of class and took me to my car.
And did you say anything at that time?
Well, I saw that my trunk was open, and I thought that someone had broken into my car again, and so I said, "Oh no."
Now, Your Honor, may I approach the exhibits?
You may.
Now, direct your attention to Exhibit A. What is this an exhibit of?
It's a picture of the things that they found in my car.
And direct your attention to Exhibit B.
They were some more of they were like the pills and prescription bottles they found.
Your Honor, may the record reflect that the witness has correctly identified the exhibits?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Concha, are these your pills?
No, I wouldn't keep my prescription or in plastic baggies.
Now, Ms. Concha, is this your backpack?
No, mine had dark blue and gray stripes, and this one had black and gray stripes on the cords.
Thank you. Now, Ms. Concha, did you ever supply drugs to Jason Johnson?
I would never do something so irresponsible.
And Ms. Concha, have you ever sold drugs to anyone?
Never.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Thank you. Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
At this time, I'd like to request a time check.
You have 5 minutes and 6 seconds.
Thank you. And for Your Honor and scoring attorneys, my name is Roshni Dubrow. May I proceed?
You may.
Good evening, Ms. Concha. Good evening. You have been prescribed Adderall for ADHD, is that correct?
Correct.
And you have been taking Adderall since 10th grade, correct?
Correct.
And your dosage is 20 milligrams 3 times a day?
Yes.
3 times a day. And do you know the victim in this case, Jason Johnson?
Jason was my best friend.
And did you know that Jason had a congenital heart defect?
Yes, I found out that he did.
And did Jason tell you that he had heart surgery scheduled for
Objection, Your
March?
Honor. This question is hearsay.
Follow the rule.
Were you informed that he had heart surgery scheduled for March of 2013?
Yes.
And you are fully aware of the side effects of Adderall, is that correct?
Yes, I read the effects on my Adderall prescription.
And you know what Adderall can do to someone's heart.
Yes.
Now, as a peer counselor at Chief, you educate other young people about the dangers of drugs in the body, correct?
Like I educated Jason, I've educated many students.
Thank you. And you were aware that Jason was taking Adderall without a prescription, correct?
Yes, he's taking Adderall and also drinking alcohol.
And you had also seen the change in Jason's behavior after he started taking the Adderall, is that correct?
Objection, Your Honor, as to the relevance of this line of questioning.
Follow the rule.
Should I repeat the question?
Yes.
You are aware of the changes that Jason had after taking the Adderall, is that correct?
Yes, I saw the changes that happened and I told him to lay off the drugs and the alcohol.
Now, specifically, Jason didn't want to be in the band anymore, correct?
No.
And Jason also told you that he was feeling like his life was a little out of
Objection, Your Honor. This question calls for hearsay.
Yes, but there's an exception, so is the rule.
And I'd like to direct your attention to the day, March 26th.
Yes.
And on this day, you saw Jason at the gate, and he didn't look good. Is that right?
No, he did not.
And you were the manager of the band Double Trouble, correct?
Yes.
And you brought the name Double Trouble to the group. Is that correct?
Yes, something my mom used to call it.
Thank you. And the money you made from the T-shirt sales were deposited into a bank account, correct?
Correct.
Now, I'd like to direct your attention to, actually, before I get there, one more question. At the Double Trouble gig, you gave Alex a ride home, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
And you never shook hands with Jason?
No, I don't really shake hands with people.
And now on March 27th, in the morning, you saw Jason in the parking lot, correct?
Yes.
And Principal McAllister got him out of class and walked him to the parking lot, is that correct?
No. No, Principal McAllister never took Jason out of class.
Excuse me, sorry. Took you you out of class in the parking lot, is that correct?
Oh, yes.
Sorry, excuse me. And you responded by saying, oh no, is that correct?
I thought someone broke into my car.
Thank you, Your Honor, no further questions.
Thank you. Redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, may I request a check?
You have 3 minutes and 54 seconds. Oh, sorry, let me correct that. 3 minutes and 55 seconds.
Thank you. Now, Ms. Concha, who came up with the name Double Trouble?
Actually, my mom used to call my brother me Double Trouble.
And who chose the name for the band?
We all did.
Now, Ms. Concha, why did you say oh no to Principal Riley McAllister?
I thought someone had broke into my car, like had happened earlier.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Thank you.
May this witness please be excused?
Yes. Any further witnesses?